Hello everyone, welcome to bsptrainings.com. From today onwards, we'll be going to start a series of Lightning component in Salesforce. And in this tutorial, the first video, I'm going to demonstrate how to create an app using Lightning component. So what exactly Lightning component is? For more information about Lightning component, you can visit my existing video on Lightning component, which contains the details about Lightning components. So let's have a look how we are going to create an app by using Lightning component in Salesforce. So to build a Lightning component in Salesforce, first of all, we should have a developer account. So as you can see here, I have already got a developer account. And in this developer account, the first thing we need to do is we need to enable the Lightning component. So I'll click on develop and look for Lightning components option on the left side, on the left pane. Click on Lightning components, and by default, in if you found that this enable debug mode is unchecked, you need to check this. So in my case, I have already checked this. I checked this enable debug mode and clicked on save. So whenever we create any new Lightning component, or whenever we add any component for a Lightning component in a specific package, all the components, all the libraries will be added under over here. So we can manage them from here itself. For example, as you can see here, there is a component has been added, Lightning component has been created, name as show color. So if I want to manage it, I can click on this show color. I would be able to manage it from here. So in this example, we'll be going to create an app on that app there will be a button, and when we click on that button, it will invoke an apex class, and from that apex class a value will be returned, or an array will be returned back to the component, to the Lightning component, and it will display the colors. So let's start building a Lightning component. So to build a Lightning component, I switch to open developer console, and in this developer console, the first thing we have to do is we have to create one Lightning application. We need to start a new Lightning application. So I click on Lightning application and I give a name, display, color, and submit. So as you can see here, the application has been built. This Lightning application has been built. Now in this under this Lightning application, we would like to this will be the interface. This will be the first page. As you can see here, we are on the right side, we are getting some few options to add a documentation for this application, to add the styles for this application, to add the helper for this application or controller for this application. We can use these options to add the features into it. And we have a preview option. So if I click on preview, it will load the page, it will load this Lightning component on a web browser. So you can see the page has been loaded, the application, the display color app has been loaded, but this app is blank because in developer console, in this app we did not specify anything. So let's suppose I add here h1 and I write color verify, and I'll save this and again click on update preview. So it again refresh the page and you can see I'm getting one message here, color verify. So this is how an application will be built and displayed through a browser. But this is incomplete now because in this I want to apply some styles to it, and also I need to add a button, and when the user click on that button, it will show a message for the colors. So in order to do that, we need to do a little bit customization. So for customization and to add a style sheet, to add styles to this particular application, I write link href equal to slash, and I have loaded one bootstrap library in the resources, in my resources. So in my static resource, I have added one bootstrap. So you can see here this bootstrap package, this library I have added. So this bootstrap library contains the styles, the default style sheets and styles, and we are going to use that style, implement those styles in our application. So I'll just specify the path here, location resource slash bootstrap, and it will be related to style sheet. And then I create one division for the same division, and I present this within division block. And along with this division, I would like to call my component. So first of all, we need to create a component, and then we need to call that component or invoke that component here itself. So let's have a look for the same first of all. So I'll save this and click on update preview. So you can see here the color has been changed, the look and feel has been changed, because we have applied here uh, the style sheets or the styles from the bootstrap. I would like to add some styles to this heading as well. To heading, I want to add one icon and some look and feel. I want to change the look and feel of this heading. So for this, I take the help of style. So here I click on style. So this is style. Basically, this will be associated with this display color.app. So you can see here this style is for display color.css, and in this uh, I'm adding one style for heading 1, because here we have used here header 1 h1. So h1, and I write background url slash img slash icon slash credit card 32.png. You can show any image. This image I have loaded in my directory. No and no repeat. No repeat. And also I set padding from left will be 40 px. And I'll save this, save all, and reload again. So now you can see the look and feel has changed. This was not coming earlier, but now it's coming because of the bootstrap style sheet, and also the icon is also, this icon appears because of this icon appears because of this background. We have set the background to this heading with no repeat. If we do not specify no repeat, then that particular icon will be repeated multiple times, and the padding from left to is 40 px. So this padding, the left padding or the location can be changed as required. The location can be set as required. So this, we have created one application. Now within this application, we need to create a controller. We need to add a component first of all. So to add a component, I again click on file, click on new, and select lightning component. So I click on lightning component, and I give a name as display color. So it's okay, no issues with this, because okay, it says it's a duplicate name. So I'll give a new name to this lightning component, and the component name I specify as BISP colors, BISP colors, and submit. So you can look here, a new component has been added, aura.component, aura component, and you can see the difference by yourself. This is Aura colon application, and this is Aura colon component. So it's a component. So within one application we can have multiple components, and we can call those components from the application while loading the application, or while clicking on a button, or as required, or based on an event we can call the application. So within one component, within one application, we can have many components. Now in this component, I'm going to create one attribute. So I create one attribute, Aura colon attribute. I specify a name to this attribute. Name is equal to favorite colors, and I'll set as type is equal to string. This would be an array, so that's why I specify a string. And also I set a default value to this. So for example, if user did not add any value or is not showing any value, so it will display default value. So cyan, comma, yellow, comma, magenta, and attribute closed. I want to display the attributes on this home page. So I want, whenever I load this application, so while loading this application, by default I want to invoke this component, and when this component will be invoked, it should display the default values over here. So to display the default values, or the values returned from an Apex class, so for that I'll specify here Aura colon iteration. So iteration will be a tag here, Aura colon iteration. This will repeat the value. This will display the values in repetition mode. Items is equal to, it's getting the value from v dot favorite colors, and create an instance for the same, var is equal to s. And here I just display the values. So let's save this. So I'll save all, and yeah, so there is no need to add the comma. I add the comma, so there is no need to add comma. It's not required because it's a tag. So in tag we do not specify any comma. So this has done, the component is ready. Now I want to display this component on my application. So to display this component on application, we need to invoke this component on this application. So to invoke that, we specify BISP pack. That's the package name which I defined, which I created initially. So BISP pack colon and the name of the component. So the name of the component is BISP colors. So I specify BISP COLORS, BISP colors. Save all and click on update preview. So once the page or the app gets updated, the display color.app gets updated, you can see here I'm getting the default values cyan, yellow, and magenta, and these values are coming because of this component will return the value, or this will display the value on the home page on this display color app. Along with this iteration, I just wanted to add one button as well, because my requirement is when the user click on that button, it will call and it will invoke an Apex class, and that Apex class will return the updated values to this favorite colors, and it will display the updated values. So I create here user interface button press is equal to, and while we press this, it will invoke a function. So c dot get string, that will be the function name, and the label of that button will be update. And so I'll just save it and get to the application and update it. So you can see here a button has been added, update button, and when I click on that button, I'm getting an error message. This assertion failed, unable to get values for the c.get string, because this c.get string is we need to define this function. We need to define this function in our controller. So basically we need to create one Apex controller class, and in that Apex controller class we need to specify this function this c dot get string, and then it will return the value to this. When we click on that button, it should update the value for this favorite colors, and then it will return, it will display the updated values. So for this we need to create one apex class. So to create an apex class, the method is same. So I click on file, new, and apex class, and I'll give a name color types, and OK. So that's the name of the class. And to invoke this class from our component, I specify here controller equal to, and the name of the class. So the name of the class is BISP pack dot color type. And in this color type dot aspx, I'll just specify the, I create one private final string. This will be of array type, string, and I'll give a name array items. Why I use it as a string? Because here the this attribute also type as a string, so this should be same. Then to invoke this function, from the application, we need to specify a statement aura enabled. Aura enabled means this function can be invoked from application as well, only from the application. So I specify here public static list string function name. Function name is get string array. So the function name is get string. So I'll specify here get string array. Get string array. And in this, I'll just create one more string array items is equal to new string, and specify the values, default values to this red, green, green, and blue. Return array. Let me save all. See, so we are getting an error message, BISP pack color type found source. So this, there is no controller name like this. So we are getting this error message. So we need to solve this error. So you can see here the class has been created successfully, and this class, this apex class, we have invoked from our controller, from our component BISP pack dot color types. But this apex class will work as a backend, and with this BISP color we need to create one controller class for this BISP color, which will invoke this controller class for this component class. So for this we need to create a controller for this BISP color.cmp for this component. So for doing this, I simply click on controller, and you can see a controller class has been created, and within this controller class we need to specify the functions. So the function name is get string function. So I specify here get string function, get string function, event and helper, and within this I create one action. I create one instance. Action is equal to component dot get, and the action will be c dot get string array. C dot get string array, it will call this component. So I write here c dot get string array. It will invoke this function, or the apex class function, by this controller, by this custom by this system controller. And then I set here action dot set call back this, it will return back to this comma function response, and we start a curly bracket, I'll just put a proper indentation so that it's easy for everyone to understand. Specify, I add one indentation, response. I create one, I check the state equal to response dot get state. If state equal success, it means if successfully we got the value, then where string items is equal to response dot get return value. So whatever value returned from that controller class, it will store into string item. And then I write here component dot set v dot favorite colors. So basically we are updating the string item values, or the value which returned by this controller, value which returned by this array item, this value will return into this string item, and that value I will be going to update by this v dot favorite colors. So basically we are updating this v dot favorite colors by the value we have stored in this string items. So this bracket close, we have curly bracket, we have this round bracket. This round bracket is for this function, so I close it. Then here I specify $a dot give action, and it will call the action. It will invoke the action, and I'll save them all. So once we have saved all the applications, components, our controller class, and the online controller or the client side controller, I simple get to the application and click on update preview. And when I click on update preview, it will load the application on a browser along with the default text and a button. And according to our scenario, when I clicked on that button, the text will get updated. So you can see here I am getting the default text, default color cyan, yellow, magenta. And when I click on update button, it will invoke the controller function, and that controller function will invoke the class or the apex class, and from that apex class, the apex class will return a value back to the controller, to the online controller, and that controller will return value. It will display the value into this text message. So that's how we can invoke, or we can get a value back from our controller or from apex class, or this is how we can return the value back from the apex class. So that's all in this video. If you have any queries, you can write to us on www.bisptrainings.com. You can subscribe our YouTube channel if you want to get intimation on more videos on Lightning component in Salesforce. Have a nice day. Keep watching. Goodbye.